Welcome back to the farm, guys. We got a few things to talk about today, but first, let's cut to the intro. Okay, so one of the first things I want to talk about today is the live stream we did the other day on YouTube. For a first time doing trying something, it was okay. There was a lot of improvements that we definitely need to make on if we ever decided to do another one. But that was our first one, and the reason we chose that as the first one was because we'd had an incident. We had a windstorm come through. It rolled our greenhouse that we just put up the day before. So we felt like that was kind of live worthy. And I did have some things I wasn't happy about. Wasn't happy with a lot of the audio, and a lot of that was because for those of you who remember the National Farm Machinery Show, my microphone gave up the ghost during that show, and a lot of that audio issue could have been prevented, if my microphone was still working. So I guess I'm gonna have to work on getting another one of them for too long. They really don't cost that much. So I'll probably try to order one here in the next couple of weeks. Because I can see that's going to be a have to have. And, but, other than that, wasn't real happy with the picture, because we did the picture sort of like what you would with the YouTube short. And I think it would have been better if I did it like we do with our, bigger videos, kind of like what you're watching now. So, but there's always things to learn from, and we definitely had some learning opportunities there. And feel free to comment about stuff. If you see something that you think could be an improvement, let us know, and we may or may not use your suggestion. And the second thing I want to talk about today is our greenhouse that we did talk about during the live feed the other day. As you can see, I still haven't moved it back yet. Man, it did take a nasty roll. If you guys hadn't seen the short from it, I actually had a short of it actually doing some rolling. It was way over there. It took about a 40-yard roll. So, I mean, it was a pretty good hard roll. It didn't really mess it up that bad. It ain't nothing that, it's not fixable. The reason I hadn't done anything to it yet is because I still haven't decided what I want to do with it yet as far as where I want to place it. I might just move it over a little bit, then I might move back over where it was. But again, make sure it's staked down pretty good. But for those of you who ain't seen the live feed, I'm going to do another tour of it. And the way I had it set up was, of course, we used the old chicken coop that we used to have that I don't use no more. My hat just fell off. But I had it set up where you walk in on the left. I had a pilot table set up over here as soon as you walked in, and I had a pilot table on the right, and I still had a vacant area in the back of it where I was going to put some planks back here so we'd have a kind of a complete walk around of the tables, and it was big enough for that. So, and of course we left the chicken wire on it, so because I felt like that would be a good way to hang baskets from. And honestly, I feel like that chicken wire helped hold this cage together. There's still some little issues down here I got to take care of, but this is stuff. It's not going to take that long for me to fix, at least not to for what we're going to need to do. It'll probably take about 20-30 minutes to fix that, but no sense fixing that till I move it again. The third thing I want to talk about today is yesterday we got to attend an Amish Small Animal auction. And no, I didn't take no video of it because I just kind of felt like it. I just kind of felt uncomfortable taking video there. Everything was so confined, and for the amount of people and stuff was there, it was kind of hard to take videos and not have other people in it and stuff. So, but we did have fun, and honestly, the facilities was a lot cleaner than what you expect. They had clean sawdust and stuff on the floors for the animals and stuff, and it was really cool. I'm throwing a few pictures up to let y'all see some of the pictures that I took. And no, we didn't buy nothing there. I did bid on a few things, but I got outbid on everything that I did bid on. I bid on some ducks and some turkeys and stuff like that, but. There were some things that went lower than I thought they would go, and there were some things that went a whole lot higher than I thought they should have, and more of the on the higher side than I thought they would have. But we had fun there. They had everything from turkeys and geese and rabbits, and they had little pigs and miniature horses and miniature cattle and all kinds of cool stuff there. But well, one thing I did like about it versus the small animal sale that we did do a video of at another auction was they mixed it up a little bit. That one we had, we wore us out just watching the rabbits, because that one they had hours and hours and nothing but rabbits. This one here, they did a little bit of, they just pretty much grabbed as they came to it. It wasn't like, we're just going to do all rabbits now, chickens later, and all that other stuff. But they kind of mixed it up with rabbits and chickens and different stuff. So it did pretty good that way. And I'm pretty pleased and how that worked out. One thing I didn't like about it was you couldn't hardly see anything that they was really auctioning off while they was auctioning off, unless you was right up on it, because they didn't really have like the stadium seating like you see at most of the auctions. It was all just in a flat ground barn. But they did well with what they had to work with, and everybody up there was real friendly, real nice, and we had a good time. So would I go back to that auction? Yeah, probably to sell, because a lot of stuff there went pretty high, but it really wasn't what you call a buyer's auction. But we still had fun. No, we didn't stay for the whole thing. We had to get back, but it did pretty good, and it was a nice experience, because that was my first time ever going to an Amish auction. I really enjoyed it. All right, next thing I want to talk about is our gardening plans for this year, because we are getting our mindset towards that right now, especially as the temperatures are getting warmer. We already got a few seeds bought. We got some corn in there, and some I think we got some wax beans in there, and my wife, she's already planted some peas and some bunching onions. She has those planted underneath the plastic here. I forget what I think she's got some flowers under that. Reason we got the plastic down is just to kind of help keep the frost off of it for right now. Because it is a little bit early. It's only, I started to say February, but it's March now, isn't it? So, but we're going to start working with that. And we're trying to get more towards the heirloom variety of stuff, so we can save our seeds and replant them. I don't know if I showed from last year or not, but I tried to do a raised bed last year, and it really didn't work out for us. I'm going to take that down this year, so this can all be garden right here. And something else I was thinking about doing, besides the fact that I might put my corn over here, I think down in that lower field way down there, you really can't see it from here, way down past the chicken pen. I think I'm going to try to raise some field corn this year to kind of offset our cost of winter feed. I don't know if I'm going to throw some sunflowers in that or not. I'll just have to wait and see. But I've been kind of pricing the seed online. I haven't got a chance to price the, look at this. That rooster just jumped up on my shoulder. Trying to tell me something, I guess. But anyway. Yeah, I hadn't got a chance to price with the local stores yet. I will be doing that probably later this week, because really, if I'm going to buy some bulk seed, I probably need to get it ordered now. I'm figuring it's about a half acre down there, so I'm figuring probably less than 50 pounds, but I'll just go ahead and get 50 pounds just so I can make sure I have plenty. And what I priced online, I was looking at about $100 for 50-pound bags of seed. So we will try that and see how that goes. I'm hoping maybe if I can find one of the local seed stores, I might get it a little cheaper, but never know. And I might decide not to do it at all, but might be more trouble than what it's worth. But we are trying to get to know more about not only what we are eating, but what our animals are eating too. And I'm still thinking about raising some meat birds, and I haven't ordered any yet. And the main reason for that is I haven't got around to building a chicken tractor for them yet, because I am wanting to keep them on grass if I do that this year. And I'm not going to get very many, and what I do get, I might be able to get at one of the feed stores if I don't get a chance to order them in time. I got chickens pecking at my leg right now. But anyway. But as far as all that's concerned, I think I still got a little bit of time to do what I need to do. And I got a few other priorities in place before I start that stuff. So we're definitely going to move towards that route, because we want to know what we're eating versus you don't really get to see that in the store, especially now as we're getting into they're starting to allow lab-grown meats. Luckily, they're still too expensive to be put in the stores yet, but I think it's coming, and I don't want to eat that lab-grown stuff. Those of you who hadn't seen it yet, I do have a video on that I made last year about the lab-grown meats that they've started out with, and I'll put a link in the description below if y'all hadn't seen it, and where y'all can just click in the description and you can click at that video, and it's worth watching. Check this out. We have a broody hen here. She's been sitting there for a while. She's got a big pile of eggs. She's actually sitting in the brooder box. And why she chose the brooder box, I don't know, unless it's where she was raised in. It feels like home there to her. But it was a place, I guess, where she didn't think anybody to look. It took me a while to find. She's got a big pile of eggs there. And I don't know how long she's been sitting there. They're mainly blue eggs. There's one brown one there, but there's a being brown eggs. I say it's probably a prairie bluebill chicken. It's either that or a California white, but that just chose to sit on the blue egg nest. But most likely that's probably prairie bluebill, just because of all the blue eggs that's in that nest. So it's hard to tell what's going to hatch out of there. So we've got several different roosters around here, but you know, it's really cool because we don't have a incubator here, so we have to rely on a broody hen, either that or borrow an incubator off somebody else, versus, you know, buying newly born chicks. So I hope she keeps sitting there for a while, at least till those hatch out. Who knows how long she's been sitting there. It was just an accident that I found her there. She's actually sitting in a brooder box, of all places. And I gave her some fresh bedding there. She got around her eggs just yet. But I took some of the old stuff out best I could without disturbing those eggs, because I don't want to disturb those eggs. So that's a spot she wants. That's a spot I'm going to let her keep. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring some food and water out here, and I might just lock them in there, because I'm scared when those eggs do hatch that those chicks are going to try to follow her out of there, and there's probably a 4-foot drop or so to the floor from there, and I just don't want a chance risking losing those chicks, because it'd be kind of cool just to watch them run around through here. But anyway, cool things. Okay, I hope you guys had a good time today. It might not have been one of our most interesting videos, but it does kind of let you know what's going on the farm right now. But I do want to take a moment and talk to you about one more thing before we leave. And I don't know why, but one of the most important subjects anybody can talk about can sometimes be one of the hardest to get across. But I just want to let y'all know, with all the turmoil and stuff going on in the world right now, you know, so much stuff happening, and it might not just be stuff happening in the world. It might be some stuff happening in y'all's lives that You don't necessarily know what to do. And, sometimes we have to learn to rely on God. And just remember, He's always there with us. Sometimes we get in situations that we don't know what to do. But sometimes you got to remember that even though we're in a valley, He's still the same God while we're in that valley He was when we're on that mountain. And when you get in situations, you just got to remember it's Him that you got to lean to help get you back up on that mountain. So, and if you've never experienced the love of Jesus, I invite you to come and meet Him. The most famous verse in the Bible, John 3:16. Everybody knows it. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And in verse 17, it goes on to say, for God sent not His Son to condemn the world, but that the world through Him might be saved. Because God loves you. He loves the world. He created the world. And, you imagine this big masterpiece that He created in His hands. He's not here to destroy you. He's not here to antagonize you. He's here to love you. But sometimes the enemy plants those thoughts in our heads, and we have to remember that Jesus is the truth and the life, and no man can come into the Father but by Him. If you don't know Jesus, you won't know peace. So until next time, I hope you guys take it easy, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.